which can of course kill all tanks in one move. 2 queens, in fact, just moved in a group. On the upside, a dropship almost being hit by Scourge. Oh, that's... Oh man, just horrible pathfinding, really. The Scourge is not managed to do it very well. Second colony in position, as well as a couple lurkers, so those Marines are not going to be in position to do too much damage. Only 2 Marines left and the lurkers. They did manage to take out the second colony, just a preemptive some colony in case drops come in, so that was very smart roll. Nothing much else. 2 queens still flying around, getting a spot, just in position, just in case something comes out. Oh, small medic Marine grouping, they're going to get killed by some zerglings. A lot of lurkers just waiting outside, just waiting to pincer in. Ensnare going to come off. Not really catching too many forces. Second Ensnare catching a much larger round of forces. The lurkers are actually going to move in, and alongside zerglings, also some lurkers are going to move, pushing out from the outside side. Scan going off on the lurkers. Medic Marines are not going to be able to move out too much lurkers. Some of the lurkers not really too close, but finally HoGil moving out with the lurkers rather close this time. Doing a very good job here, getting those tanks caught. Lurkers burying even more tanks. Shooting the forces they shouldn't have been shooting. So Medic Marine group is going to be pushed back on the opposite side. Okay, Nidus Canal is ready, and the forces attacking HoGil's natural were pushed back. On the opposite side, at the upper right, there are Nidus Canals up, so coming up anyway. So as long as HoGil gets that Nidus up at the upper right, he is going to be able to defend that base. He has a couple lurkers there, but science are coming in very soon. Those tanks are going to start sieging. The lurkers are going to be forced to push back quite a bit. With the science facility there in the air, I'm not quite sure if the Nidus Canal is ready. I'm not seeing any sunkens, not really enforced. The Defiler is in place though, so there is a Nidus Canal in fact. Firebat in position, trying to take out Lurker. Lurker still alive. Oh, I'm not seeing any Consume. I think maybe the Consume is not ready, so that's why I'm not seeing any Dark Swarm really. HoGil moving out, using a lot of Lurkers as well as Krakens, and barely pushing back, losing some Lurkers as well as Zerglings in that attack. Medic Marines being pushed back, losing that tank. Dropship again coming in from PianO, almost gets caught by Scourge. Tank's going to be pushed. Yeah, this is of course really good thing about this map, especially for terrors, that it can just siege tanks. Drones all being pulled off the line. One Hydra is going to fall victim though, so these tanks are just going to be able to shell this position until some forces from some forces come in to take care of that. Spawn building would take it out, but other than that, I don't think he's going to be wasting resources on that. I'm not quite sure if he has drop tech or not. I think he has Overlord speed, but I'm not sure if his drops are ready. Queen's still flying around. Definitely good enough spotting. I think maybe you should get a Parasite off on those science vessels. Is a very good idea. But Dark Swarm coming up as the lurkers burrow under it. Science vessel, I'm sorry, flying around. Defiler coming in amongst the Medic Marines. It's only losing its life. But the lurkers are in pretty good position to push him back. PianO just now, I believe, getting his 3rd base. It's rather, I'm not quite sure if he's had that for a while. We'll just put it down. On the opposite side, HoGil has 1 Mutalisceptor to take care of the tanks. What the hell did I just say? But yeah, HoGil does lose one of his bases, so he's just mining on 3 now, while PianO is now just putting up its 3rd. A little bit late, I gotta say. He's been taking rather quickly on 2 bases, but done a pretty good job of taking out 1 whole base of HoGil's, and he's just barely trying to hold this upper right. Another Dark Swarm going off. The lurkers are going to burrow under, or at least attempt to burrow under. So first being lost there. Already it's going off on the Defiler, so Defiler is still going to lose its life. The tank there, the sieged up, is going to die though. And PianO's actually also expanding on the lower left. I think he might be overextending himself a little bit here. Just, it would have been safe just to take 1 extra base for now. Continue unit production and continue putting on pressure. Again, gonna drop, and I gotta say HoGil looking a little bit in trouble. PianO gonna move in, going for a drop. There are drones being pulled off the line, but there are Zerglings and the lurkers that are in position. Scan gonna go off, so this means gonna stand behind that mineral line. Most of them are gonna die. The lurkers on the opposite side. PianO again thinking of moving in, but Dark Swarm coming in time. The all lurkers in position. Random Mutas fly out that probably took care of those tanks, and the base at the lower left is gonna take out. I hope for PianO's sake that he managed to cancel it in time. So yeah, definitely there is a vulture trying to basically hold that back so he doesn't have to cancel his command center. Oh, okay, he was forced to cancel it. But yeah, that's why I thought PianO overextending himself on expansions would have been safe just to take his 3rd and hold that. He did take out one of the bases of HoGil's that he still hasn't put up, but other than that, he really doesn't want to overexpand. Being 3 base versus 3 base against a Zerg is more than enough. You're going to have a large number of unit production. You're going to be able to keep on a constant pressure. HoGil just now trying to reestablish this inside natural expansion. Mutas firing around, engaging a couple of Marines, and Firebat, and really taking his time and killing it, and in fact not killing them at all. Pretty decent armor upgrades coming in for those Marines, and I feel like I might be just a little bit out of it. Oh well. More barracks is being added in now. I think he's only on 6 Raxes so far. PianO, of course, having been only on those 2 bases, couldn't really produce that much more. Still a lot of medic marines moving around, and honestly I think PianO is trying to take a hold in this, again trying to reestablish the lower left, so he's trying to definitely get a huge expansion bonus. HoGil, of course, trying to reestablish his inside natural expansion. He's going to be on 4 bases. I think in fact he's established a 2nd base at the upper right, so he's could be ooh, gets the science vessel, so that's very good. He's going to be able to push out. He's going to lose his defiler, but not before he manages to get some decent dark swarms. Going to move in with those cracklings. Also going to have those workers alongside because medic marine forces really pushing out. Some tanks are going to be necessary for PianO here if he wants to really miss those forces. Still a drone that HoGil has that's really got around, not doing much. Defense metrics coming out on 1 marine that's just going to stim up and run inside. Take all the fire. Lurkers are going to be pushed back. HoGil has a queen though. Is going to get now he just needs some Scourge to get the Science will really slow down. It's a really good time to get the Scourge and trying to kill that off. Quite a few forces in fact, and yes, HoGil is going to follow up, is going to use the Lurkers and Zerg just to track them down, to kill them. Another Dark Storm going up, Science is going down, Overlords just flying around as well. So you're going to create 3 Overlords here. We're going to see actually with HoGil goes for drop, has 3 Overlords, and okay, wow, this base, this inside natural of PianO is incredibly vulnerable. No turrets, no forces except for 1 marine. It's going to be horrible for him. Oh man, this drop is going to be awful. PianO has 7 barracks producing now. I think he might have established the lower left at this point, but now the Lurkers and the Zergans are going to be dropping in to completely kill everything. So he's going to be forced off the back, but I think, especially if he has a defiler and there's going to be able to kill it. Ultra now also out, so he definitely has enough gas production at this point to start building up some Ultra-Risks. I think, yeah, okay, defiler also in position, so they're going to be able to pop down. June bait trying to be put down, almost looking as if a partial block building. On the opposite side, the upper right, still PianO incapable of taking that out. HoGil again going to be at 5 bases, play going off, and all the supply, plaguing all the supply depots. So the Kraken is just going to try to clean up all the supply depots. So HoGil smartly going for all the supply, going to make sure that as soon as he kills all the ground forces of PianO, PianO's not going to be able to reinforce anything for a long time. There are some Lurkers there in position that are going to start attacking all those buildings, and if HoGil is successful in that, he's going to be in such a good position. Also has forces at the lower left. I think that got cleaned up though. PianO also going to lose his inside natural expansion. Has 1 single ultra with 3 kills out in the field. No, okay, also plaguing the command center at the lower left. So HoGil just being aggressive everywhere, just dropping everywhere. Also taking out the natural expansion. I think I've already mentioned that. I'm going to see whether he actually did manage to kill a lot of supply or not. PianO really has to go for an all-in attack at this point, really take out HoGil's positioning. Problem is that he has not taken out the fresh base at the upper right. If he had managed to take this out, PianO would be in a fairly good position himself, but he hasn't managed to do that. Ultra-Risk and Zergans engaging these medic marines. Ultra-Risk instantly all get melted, but Defiler irradiates himself, but also fights in amongst those forces to try to irradiate the marines, kill them. Even more Ultra-Risk running in now with, I believe, full-on armor upgrades. Queens running around everywhere, and now with the amount of Ultras that HoGil is producing, I'm not seeing any chance. Oh, drop coming in. Ultra-Risk drop coming in. They're just going to focus on the supply. 1 Ultra-Risk is going to focus on something else, but oh man, look at so many supply depots have been taken down. PianO not going to be able to reinforce, build any troops at all. He has almost no mining, has lost, probably lost the lower left. I'm not quite sure if he lost that yet, but lost so many forces. PianO just been forced to move back with all his forces, going to be forced to rebuild so many supply depots. He's just in a lot of trouble. He still has his lower left, so that's something, but losing so much production. Another drop with Ultra-Risks, probably Defilers alongside going to come in. Mines all going to be cleared up. There is a factory there, try to help defend, but that's not going to be enough. It's going to be completely taken out. Ultra-Risks, some of them being irradiated, but Dark Storms coming in. Sciences are being taken out by Scourge. Just forces everywhere for HoGil, and PianO in so much trouble. You can see it on his face. GG. Honestly, I believe PianO should have been able to take that game. He had some control of it. He had some sort of control on that game, especially early on. But HoGil, playing defensively, despite losing 1 base, did manage to push back and win this. So it's going to come down to the ace match. So, GG guys, wrenching out.